university that can guide you in your following dreams? Then think the Catholic University Institute of Boya, the growth mindset entrepreneurial university. The Catholic University Institute of Boya run an Afro-American model that helps students to become the best version of themselves. We train students to become job creators and not job seekers and instill in them moral and spiritual values. Admissions open now in the School of Business, Agriculture and Natural Resources, School of Engineering, School of Information and Technology, School of Health Sciences, School of Arts Education, School of Law and School of Journalism and Communication. We run HND, BSc, MBA and Master's program as well as certification programs. In Boya, our campus is located opposite Bilingual Grammar School, Moliko. In Douala, we are at Bonaberry, Ancienne Route behind Lycée Polyvalent. To apply, go to www.cuib-cameroon.org/apply. Contact us now on 656-062-976 or 680-451-876.
Special good afternoon, televiewers of Divine Mercy Radio and Television. You're welcome to this very, very, very fresh edition of your number one program as far as CUIB is concerned. Yes, we are an entrepreneurial university. Of course, we are a growth mindset university, and we do things very, very, very entrepreneurial and differently. Just to remind all of us that we have three main arms of the university. We have the academic arm, of course. We have the entrepreneurial arm, and why not the pastoral arm? Reasons why our students are very, very unique, because we ensure that we do not only in building them academics, we equally, yes, ensure that they do things differently, that they become job creators and not job seekers. We equally ensure that we build in their moral values, because at the end of the day, professionalism will equally entail some high level of morality, their spirituality and everything, because we know with God everything is possible and we cannot do anything successfully without Him being on our side. So we really want to appreciate your efforts, appreciate the fact that you've always been fidel to this program on DMR TV. We are broadcasting live here in Boya, the legendary hospitality at the foot of Mount Fako, Mount Cameroon. You're welcome once more. On today's edition of the program, we are definitely going to be talking about the guest speaker event for the second semester of the 2023-2024 academic year, and the guest speaker event took place sometime this week. We are going to give you the details in the course of the program, and just to let you know that it was an enriching exercise as students were, of course, drilled and they were put in order as regards their entrepreneurial lifestyle. And of course, we are equally going to be meeting up with a very, very great gentleman who has decided to make the difference as far as his entrepreneurial lifestyle is concerned. You shall be finding out more about this young man and his activities in the Catholic University Institute of Boya as a student, and how CUIB has impacted him positively in his entrepreneurial drive. You don't want to go anywhere. Stay with us. We shall be right back for the details of the program.
I'm from CIB. Of course, everybody thinks our school is 1 million. Right?
CIB, of course, this our logo.
I'm from CIB. Of course, entrepreneurship is favor more than other subjects.
I'm from CIB. Of course, they all think we are at Jabo. I'm from CIB. Of course, everybody thinks an iPhone is our school necessity. Right?
I'm from CUIB. Of course, our lecturers are the best.
I'm from CUIB. Of course, our school campus is very neat.
Indeed, CUIB has already set the pace for a very, very, very important sector of education in Cameroon, in Africa, and why not the world. Yes, we don't want to stress much on the things we do. We want to show you the things we do, so that those of you still at the fence will have no other choice but to join the CUIB family. You are all welcome, dear friends. You are all welcome, televiewers, to this very special edition of CUIBI. It comes up every Saturday as from 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. on your darling radio and television station, DMR TV. And of course, we have a gentleman in the studio who we're going to introduce. We're going to find out who he is right now in the course of the program. Special good afternoon to you, Etumbe Zams.
Good afternoon, sir. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm Etumbe Zams, as earlier introduced. I'm a student in the School of Agriculture, Department Agro-Pastoral Advisor. I want to give this great privilege to the Catholic University for impacting me in my 6 months of studies and putting it into practice. At this junction, I have propagated plantains in my compound. I'm also into a project where I carry out during this my first semester break. I did 1.5 hectare of maize farm, 1.5 hectares of egusi, 3 hectares of cassava, 1,500 yams, and 100 kgs of ginger based in Ekondo Titi, particularly Lue village.
Very important, and of course the education that he has already, just within 6 months in the Catholic University Institute of Boya, CUIB, has been able to impact him to do most of these things. You're going to find out in the course of the program. You're welcome, my dear brother and friend.
Thank you, sir.
And we hope that you have the best for our viewers.
Yes, I really have the best, because Cuib has actually made me to be proud and being well to the society, not only just in Boya, but I'm well known to the world.
Very important, dear viewers. Like we did mention earlier, that is Wednesday, 17th of April 2024. We had the guest speaker events for the second semester of the 2023-2024 academic year in CUIB, precisely in the Boya campus, located besides Lycée Bileng de Boya, and of course also besides Lycée Technique de Boya. And yes, we had the very first guest speaker event for the semester, and truth be told, it was very, very amazing. And students from all the schools, we are talking about schools, the School of Agriculture and Natural Resources, School of Business, School of Information Technology, School of Engineering, School of Health Sciences, School of Journalism and Communication, HND Academic Unit, every other aspect of the university was part and parcel of that guest speaker event, which saw a plethora of guests. Yes, many important personalities who came to ensure that they guide the students towards entrepreneurship. And this time around, the guest speaker event was organized on the theme financial literacy and entrepreneurial aspirations, UNESCA's contribution. So it is time for us to meet DMR TV's Prince Like, who will now detail to us how the guest speaker event in the Boya campus took place.
Faculty, staff and students of the Catholic University Institute of Boya, CUIB, had their first guest speaker event at the school premises, bringing together experts in the field of accounting and entrepreneurship to empower the CUIB family on financial literacy and entrepreneurship aspirations. Living in an era where the youths are very literate, especially in the areas of social media and information, these youths still have a host of challenges, such as not being committed and financially literate. The problem thus that ONECA, the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Cameroon, came to solve is to instill in these students first the ideas that will attract money, the steps and procedures towards achieving this money, and the knowledge or common sense to keep and grow this money. In other words, the sense of making money is not about the economy or the environment you find yourself, but what you can do where you find yourself with the available means to get what you want.
Resources are everywhere, and when you are born somewhere, God has planned that You are supposed to be the savior of your people. At all times, transformation has always been better than relocation. When you transform yourself in your environment, people know you, people see you, people then create the opportunities that you need to be whatever you want to be. So the whole mind of a person is in his head. It's not in the mind where they dig gold. It's in your head. So there are people who use their head to become their gold mine.
The guest speaker event was a panel discussion during which experts brainstormed on the theme and the students equally asked challenging questions in order to better understand the subject matter. The director of SERI from CUIB says today's session was not only for business students but for everyone who needs financial literacy.
You would have noticed that 3/4 of the persons who ask questions were not from the School of Business. That tells you that the issue about money and knowing how to manage the money in your pocket doesn't require you to come from School of Business. It's something that is supposed to be in it. As a matter of fact, those who survive in the world today are those who know how to manage money. I'll give you a simple example. You are earning 150,000. You have a salary raise. You start earning 200,000. The difference between you who understand financial literacy and those who don't is that those who understand financial literacy will make sure that they keep living their life as though they see 150,000, they have not have a salary raise. And so the 50,000 will be saved. 50,000 saved for 12 months is 600,000 that they would have saved at the end of the year. Those who don't understand it will take that salary raise and change their lifestyle and start living more than when they had the 150,000. Are you seeing the context of financial literacy here?
The students, after being impacted by the panel, are leaving the panel discussion with the drive to be successful, as some shared their views with us.
The question that was very pertinent to me is, how is accounting going to overcome the AI that has just come in play? And when they answered that, I saw that from what they responded, it gave me conviction that, okay, what accounting is doing or what AI is coming to do is to complement the accounting sector and not instead mal it to a certain level.
During the conference, I asked the question, how do you know your seed and how do you grow that seed? And from the answer I got, I learned that each and every one has a seed from birth and a particular direction or a particular point of interest. And based on how you grow, or as long as you study, you get to find more and more information concerning that point of interest. And if you grow to develop that point of interest, that is where your own treasure lies. That is, you excel better in it.
The students are made to understand that discipline is the key to every success, and to be financially literate or better entrepreneurs, they need to be self-disciplined and manage their time and resources judiciously in order to make progress.
Thank you very much, Prince Like, for the very, 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 very detailed report on the first guest speaker for the semester. Zams, you were live present. You saw everything that took place as regards the guest speaker event. You saw the caliber of persons who answered present for the students, for the sake of the students. Maybe you give us your impression. How was it for you? This should be your second guest speaker event, so if I'm not mistaken. So how was it for you?
Actually, the program we had on Wednesday was really a good program for all the department. I really do enjoy the program most because based on the guest speaker's teaching, I actually realized that money is all around us. It doesn't matter what you do or where you are coming from. You just need to be focused and gather all your resources together. And that is why the Catholic University, Entrepreneurial University, is there to mold us and actually put us in that right path. Thank you, sir.
Very, very important. So there to put all the students in the right path. And we had some of the guest speakers. We had Dr. Ojong, faculty in the School of Business. It was more of a panel discussion, of course, but however, they stressed their lecture, on Dr. Ojong stressed this on unlocking business success, integrating accounting principles into every aspect of entrepreneurship. Yes, Dr. Ojong, who is a faculty in the Afro-American system, is definitely lecturer. Yes, so we are an Afro-American university. That's why we do the Afro-American style. So that's why we have the faculty as in lecturers. We have the schools to faculty as opposed to the English subsystem. So right now we equally have to mention the fact that we had on board Mr. Paul Acha Zogoa, of course, of Oneka. Yes, Mr. Paul Acha of Oneka. He spoke about how to become an Oneka member. And why not, we equally had Mr. Awunjwa Christopher, founder and CEO of Can and Co. He in his talk he mentioned contemporary training of chartered accountants in Cameroon. Yes, so it was a panel discussion which was moderated by the Dean School of Communications as Journalism and Communication in the person of Brother Sinfred Tata, PhD. Yes, thank you very much for moderating that event, which was very, very, very successful. Dear viewers, we are now going to the number one active man in the university life. We are talking about the president of the Catholic University Institute of Boya, Reverend Father Bartholomew Anyao, who is now going to, of course, paint a picture of his appraisal of the guest speaker event, as well as tell us the uniqueness of CUIB.
Thank you very much. The Catholic University Institute of Boya is a growth mindset entrepreneurial university where students are trained to be job providers and not job seekers. So the conference which we have had today was there to enable them, assist them in managing their resources. This is a conference that cuts across all the respective schools, whether you are in the School of Agriculture, or Health Sciences, Information Technology, whatever the case, there is need to be equipped thoroughly with the ability and the tools necessary in managing your resources, maybe fixed assets, as well as the liquid flow of cash. So I think that it has been wonderful. The presentations have been so enriching, and I think that the students have been aided greatly in this urgent needs. I think that the challenge today is how to manage what you have. You may have, but it's important to also be able to manage the resources at your disposal. Thank you. I think that's right. I think that the uniqueness of CUIB is its entrepreneurial nature. We do not simply talk of entrepreneurship and so on and so forth, but I will leave it out concretely. It is important that you get into a place where you'll be fully equipped, given all the necessary tools which you need in order to become an effective entrepreneur tomorrow. So I think that this is the uniqueness of CUIB. If you want your son or your daughter to eventually become equipped and complete, I think that this is the place to send that child of yours. Thank you.
If you want your son or daughter to be effectively equipped, the place is CUIB, says the president of the Growth Mindset University, Reverend Father Bartholomew Anyao. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for always having the university at heart. He is a goal-driven president and someone who believes in the abilities of every individual. He believes you can do everything if you put your mind there. He believes you can do everything with Christ that strengthens you. Thank you very much, Mr. President, and may our good Lord continue to keep you as well as the entire administration of CUIB. Zams, once more we come to you. You had the president there. You got the report. You are an agro-pastoral advisor, HND academic units. That's HND agriculture. How did this guest speaker event impact you in your line? Because some people had the misconception that since it's about business, it's business, school of business students that are benefiting or supposed to benefit. But his guest speaker event involved the entire university. Every person in that university participated actively. So as an individual and in your line of study, how did such an event, such an exercise, how did it affect you, or how is it affecting you, and how is it supposed to affect you going forward?
Thank you, sir, for that wonderful question. Actually, agriculture is a business. When we talk of agriculture, we mean business. And with agriculture, we talk about input, output, and what you have actually planned. You cannot just embark into a business without you actually having a proper business plan. And if you want to really succeed in agriculture, you must start with a plan. For example, you cannot produce maybe maize without you looking for a piece of land, without you looking for capital, and maybe organizing the labor itself. So with these great speaker events, actually we, the students of agriculture, is actually one of our best ever guest speaker events we have ever had, because it's purely in line with our agricultural department. Thank you, sir.
Very, very important. And of course, we are now going to meet the director of the Center of Entrepreneurship, Research and Innovation. That's the CERI. Yes, the entrepreneurial aspect or model of the university. The entrepreneurial arm of the university is headed by the CERI office, Center for Entrepreneurship, Research and Innovation. Of course, the director of CERI happens to be Mr. Eyong Thaddeus, aka Senator Ted. He will now give us his impressions. Why that theme? Of course, our theme happens to be financial literacy and entrepreneurial aspirations. So it is important for us to know why the theme for these guest speaker events for the second semester, and as usual, why the pick for CUIB going to the next academic year, 2024-2025. Let's meet Senator Ted.
As part of our program for entrepreneurship training and practice, we have one guest speaker every month for each semester. So each semester we have 3 guest speakers. And for this second semester, this is the first guest speaker we have here. And you can see from the names, we are bringing big names into CUIB. The persons that we brought are household names in terms of finance and accounting. Now, coming back to the topic, we all need to have notions about financial management. Any entrepreneur needs to know how to manage cash flow, how to do simple budgeting, how to know when to invest, where to invest. As a matter of fact, if you give me a business plan and you want money from me, I will be looking at the section of business plan, usually chapter 4, chapter 5, that has to do with financial projections. That's where I will see. So that portion will tell me when that business will make the money to pay back the money I'm giving. So you can see it's so relevant. The aspect of financial literacy is so relevant for everybody. Whether you're into business or you're not into business, even if you're not in business and you're far into business, sooner or later, that family business will come back to you because elders will give way to. And so if you don't have that notion, that idea of financial literacy, and you don't know how to manage the budget, how to know how to cut costs, you will have a challenge. And that's the main reason why most often family businesses, after the main person leaves the stage, the business collapse. It's because we take too many things for granted. The aspect of knowing how to separate interest and revenue with profit. Sometimes people see revenue come and think that is profit. No, you have to be able to separate that, and that has to do with financial literacy.
Okay, so now for students who are not, even faculty and staff are involved, So how do you think, how impactful is it for them, those who are not particularly in that school of business, those in agriculture, journalism and communication, health sciences, So how do they come on board?
Like I said, it's for everybody. If you would have noticed that 3/4 of the persons who ask questions were not from the school of business. That tells you that the issue about money and knowing how to manage the money in your pocket doesn't require you to come from school of business. It's something that is supposed to be in it. As a matter of fact, those who survive in the world today are those who know how to manage money. I'll give you a simple example. You are earning 150,000. You have a salary raise. You start earning 200,000. The difference between you who understand financial literacy and those who don't is that those who understand financial literacy will make sure that they keep living their life as though they see have 150,000. They have not have a salary raise, and so the 50,000 will be saved. 50,000 saved for 12 months is 600,000 that they would have saved at the end of the year. Those who don't understand it will take that salary raise and change their lifestyle and start living more than when they had the 150,000. Are you seeing the context of financial literacy here?
Interesting. So your last words for those watching, especially those still in the fence.
If I had the opportunity to come back to school again, I'll come to CUIB. I never had the opportunity when I went to school. There was no other university like CUIB. But if I had the opportunity to come, I'll come to CUIB for so many reasons. One of the first is what we were just talking about, the aspect of entrepreneurship training and practice. Every student that graduates from CUIB, you don't graduate if you don't have a business plan. And a business plan is like a big picture of life. Because a business plan has financial projections, it has marketing plan, it has sustainability, it has risk management, it has idea, history of the project, it has all those things. It's like the entire is like a summary of life. So any student who goes through those 6-week models for entrepreneurship, for business plan development and graduates the business plan, that student is ready to face life. The bottom line, even if you end up not becoming a good engineer, end up not becoming a good this, but if you have that, you are fulfilled, you are complete human being. So I will advise every parent to think about CUIB come 2024, 2025.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Senator Ted, for the very, 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 very interesting and detailed presentation. Yes, televiewers, that is it for our guest speaker event for the second semester 2023-2024 academic year. And we did hope, of course we are hoping better still, that you are actually getting into the spirit of CUIB, the Entrepreneurial University. And we just want to remind ourselves that we had weeks back the HND defense. Of course, they'll be going for practicals in the days ahead, and thereafter the written part sometime in June 2024. So wish all our HND students from all the departments good luck, and we pray for success. We want distinctions, Yes, distinctions this time around. Lots and lots of distinctions. Just like we had last time, but we want it more this time around. We shall take on a quick transitional imperative. When we come back, we shall discover this agro-pastoral student who has decided to carve a niche, to be entrepreneurial, to understand and be in the spirit of the vision of the university. Stay with us.
I'm from CIB. Of course, everybody thinks our school is 1 million. Like
CIB, of course, this our logo.
I'm from CIB. Of course, entrepreneurship is favor more than other subjects.
I'm from CIB. Of course, they all think we are Ajabo. I'm from CIB. Of course, everybody thinks an iPhone is our school necessity. Right.
I'm from CIB. Of course, our lecturers are the best.
I'm from CIB. Of course, our school campus is very neat.
You're welcome back, televiewers. If you're just joining us, this is CUIBR, a program that comes up every Saturday from 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And of course, you can catch a rebroadcast every Thursday, same time, 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., where we give you activities of the university. We clarify your doubts, and why not bring the students themselves to be able to share their hands-on experience with all of us out there. And of course, this is to make the university proud, and also equally it's a win-win situation. Of course, the students have the opportunity, the platform to express their hands-on experience. Once again, you're welcome, Tumbezams.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and of course, just to let our viewers know that we have Tumbezams here, a student in the Department of
Agro-pastoral
advisor, of course, APA, yes, HND Academic Unit, School of Agriculture, who is here. He's an agro-pastoral advisor, already doing things at his level, just as a freshman, just few months in the life of the university. And of course, he has been involved into activities, agricultural activities, and has cultivated, of course, about 7 hectares out of about 50 hectares of land that himself and the family bought in Loe village in a Kondo Titi. And of course, he has experience in agronomy, about 10 years of experience already, but now he's shaping the experiences with education, which is paramount. And of course, he has been into that after his advanced level education of certificate. He is into maize, egusi, and ginger, cassava farming, and all that. So we want to ask you right now, this is a whole huge profile for you. Before we even get into the nitty-gritties of your activities, we wish to find out, with all this hands-on that you already had, why did you decide to come to the university in the first place, particularly in the Catholic University Institute of Boya? What was your motivation?
Actually, I left school a long back. I used to farm there back in Yaoundé, do tomato, and in the course of posting my tomatoes on social media, and my elder brother Buenezams, Giulio from Switzerland, he saw what I could actually produce and deemed it wise that it's good I further my studies in the Faculty of Agriculture so that we can really work as a team and actually see the dreams of the family comes true. Before I could even realize, he just called me one day and said, Zams, pack all your things, you are going to the Catholic University. Just go for a mission. So I have no option. I had to find myself here.
Okay, as you can see the pictures displayed on the screen, we are seeing different products that you have been involved in, you've been into. I mean, look at, you can see that, is it the maize? Maize farming? Yeah, that's maize farming we are spotting there. And we've seen, I think, is it egusi? We've seen egusi. You've been into that equally. That's watermelon. You're also into, I mean, watermelon production. I mean, seeing the things that you've been able to achieve so far. Look at those are tomatoes, tomato farming. You've been into. It means you are into everything that has to do with agriculture and farming.
Yeah, I'm into a long-term agronomy for a number of years now, and partially I'm into livestock also.
Okay, so when we talk about livestock, we understand it. Maybe you expatiate so that the viewers, those who are watching, should be able to pick up one or two.
When I talk about livestock, I actually mean rearing of animals like poultry, maybe doing layers, broilers, pigring. Yeah, I'm into that at the moment.
Interesting. So, what has been your goal getting into the Catholic University Institute of Boya? We want to understand from the moment you got here, with your experience that you had before getting into the university, what has been able to, upgrade in terms of your practice.
Before I go to what have actually made me upgraded, I want to first of all give special thanks to my Dean of Faculty, Ma Teresia. I also want to give special thanks to my lecturer, Mr. Akesin. I want to also give special thanks to the president of the Catholic University. Actually, Catholic University is not just an ordinary university where you just go and sit and study, but it is a kind of a university that actually impacts students with skills. Like as a first year student and 6 months of acquiring lectures, I can really see within myself that before I came to Catholic University and now there has been a lot of positive changes, even in the course of my farming as I was doing back then in Yaoundé and other places. It has actually empowered me, and I have also seen the vision that I'm not just only limited at the level of Catholic University. I see the dream of growing higher and maybe being known to the world, and that is my focus. That is my driving goal.
This same stuff that you're doing and all that, like since you go to the university, do you have? I mean, is that the same focus? You can see maize harvesting and all that. Like complete is it agripreneur? Yes, they look at healthy plantains that you harvested. I mean, the skills are there. Yeah, and right now you are in the Cali University to sharpen the skills and have the educational standing as well as the entrepreneurial skills to sail through to of course
propagated plantains.
Okay, that's what?
Propagated plantains.
Propagated plantains.
Yes.
Propagated.
Yes.
So what's the difference between these plantains and propagated plantains?
Propagated plantains and seed and suckers plantains, they are two different things.
Okay.
When we talk about propagation, we are actually talking about plantains multiplication.
Okay.
Like you can use a suckers of plantains to produce many suckers of plantains. That's why we call them propagated plantains. Because this species of plantain suckers, they have been treated and they are completely free from disease.
So it means the sucker plantains are not free from disease?
They are not actually free from disease because at times we buy some suckers of plantains that contains a lot of nematodes. So we actually use this propagated species of plantains. For example, just imagine the case that I want to embark into commercial plantains cultivation. It's very difficult to find a farmer who can supply you about 10,000 suckers. But it's as easy as good money to find someone who can propagate 10,000 suckers of plantains within the space of 3 months. Like what you see there on that picture is a suckers of plantains that are propagated in the month of January when I came back from first semester break. So it's there 3 months, some days. So you can see the height. And that's just one suckers of plantains that has given those multiples of plantain suckers. Yeah.
Propagated plantains. We are learning every day, and of course we are sure that our viewers are equally getting all the necessary information to equally improve on their knowledge as regards agriculture. We know that even the President of the Republic of Cameroon, His Excellency President Pobia, has made it clear that agriculture is, of course, the main aspect of our emergence come the year 2035, and that is why we all need to get back to the soil and provide opportunities for ourselves to maintain our families, to grow our loved ones, especially financially. And we're asking you, Zams, at the end of the day, when you're in class with your mates, are you having the feeling that you are a notch higher than your mates, or better still, you all are moving towards a particular direction? I'm talking about how do you see the environment, the atmosphere amongst your classmates?
Actually, the atmosphere among my classmates, at times I really feel bad when some of my classmates refuse to cooperate. But I always give thanks to God because I always bring them together as a team. Let's work as a team. That is why at times I choose to spearhead some of our projects, some of our class projects. Like for instance, we have a watermelon project there in the school farm. I spearhead the project. And some are cooperating while others are still back. But we still bring us all together to see that that project is being realized in a long run. Thank you, sir.
Interesting. And of course, we know that many are called, few are chosen. However, in the Kali University Institute of Boya, we try as much as possible to have everybody on board. We are a family, very, very, very close family, and we look after each other. Reasons why we have the economy of communion, where we come together, one family, we pray every 12 o'clock. We ensure that every midday we come together, we commune in one union, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Christian, whether you're, no matter your faith, we struggle to ensure. Because at the end of the day, Muslims pray to Allah, Christians pray to God Almighty. But even we know that there's one God and it's Almighty, no matter the religion. So we're now going to get into a proper that's of this agricultural activity of our students, the agro-pastoral advisor, who has decided to do things differently and institute the spirit of entrepreneurship. So we're going to meet Zanks now, some footages to make us understand how things are equally done at the level of the physical activity.
That's everything. We farm a goosey. Then at 6 days old. 6 days old, a goosey. 6 days from planting. Yeah, a goosey. Now we go see this. You see the heartiness for the goosey. Yeah. Now this is germination rate not bad. It is 6 days old. Now we go see from this one. Yeah. Now one section this way, the goosey farm. So they go right up. That's how we goosey farm. Sister, this seriously for the ginger planting. Sister, enjoy the ginger planting.
Yes.
Okay. Now me serve this. I did supervise all man. See and say no the process the work fine. I started out with it yesterday for cassava. We planted the cassava yesterday. So now the section is for cassava. You see. So if they see already cassava, you see how the register give eyes. If you looking for the board, you will see eye for this cassava. So now the section is now there for cassava. Now yesterday planting this for cassava.
Wow. Interesting. That's entrepreneurship on the spot. Yes. Congratulations, Zams.
Thank you, sir.
These are the things we encourage in the Kali University Institute of Boya. And we are proud that you are our students, and we are proud that you are part of the family, and we are very proud that together we shall improve on your skills, upgrade you, create the platform for you to, of course, have the image you need to continue to prosper. And of course, that was Lue Village out there in Ekolotiti, headquarters of Ndian Division. We saw some videos, we saw different productions. I mean, you want to throw more light on that?
Yeah. My section of farm is partitioned into portions. I have a section for cassava, a section for ginger, maize, a section for egusi, a section for yam. In the video, you will see those in charge of cassava, you will see those in charge of planting of ginger, maize, etc.
Yes. So now your position at the level of the farm. I mean, we have farm project coordinators project. I mean, what's your main role there?
Yeah, my main role is to see that the activities of my design project is being executed. Actually, the labor, I'm not the one to do the labor. I'm just to supervise the labor, give them directive on what actually they need to do, the various distance in planting. That is my role there, to see that the distance I provide to them, they actually maintain it the way it's supposed to be, so that it should be uniform. Since I'm no longer doing primitive farming, but a modern farming.
Okay, the man is into modern farming. CUIB has farmlands all over in Boya. What is your experience with the farmlands of CUIB? Have you been there? Or as freshman, you have been limited? Which?
I have been there in the farmlands of CUIB. Actually, my experience there is good. We have actually been given a portion of 30 by 40 meters, which is almost approximately 120 meters squared, which we are carrying
120 meters square?
Yeah.
30 by 40?
Yes, 30 by 40.
Surface area?
Yeah.
100? Are you sure? It's not 1,000? Anyway, yeah. Right on.
Something of that sort.
Yeah.
So we are actually carrying out a watermelon project, and we are also to carry out other mini projects as far as our project is being concerned. It's just at the moment we have a big challenges because the financial strength is not actually there, because when we bring in contribution, not everybody is able to meet up at that particular time that the contribution is being scheduled. So with regard to that, activities are really slow there when it comes to the development of that place. So we are pleading if we can have some financial assistance. I think everything will just move smoothly.
Okay, financial assistance, of course. The powers that be they're listening. Our partners, they are watching us equally, and they know that they can easily come in to ensure that the vision, the mission of CUIB, School of Agriculture, is equally met. So we shall be taking on a quick transition. When we come back, we shall be dotting our I's and catching our T's as far as today's production of CUIBR is concerned.
I'm from CIB. Of course, everybody thinks our school is 1 million. Right?
CIB, of course, this our logo.
I'm from CIB. Of course, entrepreneurship is favor more than other subjects.
I'm from CIB. Of course, they all think we are Ajebo. I'm from CIB. Of course, everybody thinks an iPhone is our school necessity. Right?
I'm from CIB. Of course, our lecturers are the best.
I'm from CIB. Of course, our school campus is very neat.
Thank you very much, and welcome back, televiewers. We are running up now. If you just joined us, we're running up with the program CUIBR. Remember, it comes up every Saturday from 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. A rebroadcast every Thursday from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. as well. And we are running up right now. It's like the School of Agriculture, Natural Resources have plans. My dear brother, you want to tell us about some of the short-term goals as well as long-term goals of the school vis-a-vis your experience?
Yes, as agriculture is a business, and every businessman has planned for tomorrow. The School of Agriculture, upper freshmen, we actually have down plans that we are planning for tomorrow, and plans are like this, or our goals are like this. If we have enough capital and enough space is being provided, we strongly believe we can actually make Cuib a proud place. Not only just a learning place, but a practical place where other students will copy what we are doing and make sure that the world, especially Boya, will no longer suffer from food shortage.
We suffer from food shortage, it means we are gone. I mean, we will not be this fresh. We will not be this fresh looking at the studio. We are now going to have your last words regarding those watching, we know that very soon we shall be witnessing the written and practical phases of the GCE, yes, advanced level, and we have students as well as parents alike who are following, and they want to understand why they should be able to join the CUIB family come 2024-2025. So over to you, Zams. What are your last words, and what do you have for the viewers watching as regards the CUIB family getting there?
For my viewers, the CUIB family watching, CUIB is not just a name but a place to be. If you are not in CUIB, you are missing. There is a lot. It's always good to come and see, and when you see, enjoy with CUIB, because CUIB is not just a learning place but a transforming place. We are not just mainly job seekers but job givers. CUIB is a place that trains students to become job creators and not job seekers. I, for one, am not a job seeker. I'm a job creator. As you can see, for my 6 months of studies, I'm employing people to work. I pay it. And that is the goal of CUIB. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Itumbe Zams, for the very, 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 very articulate presentation. And we believe that our viewers are actually believing in the vision and the mission of the university. We want to thank all of you for being part and parcel of today's edition of CUIB. If you did enjoy the program, why not join us again next week, same day, same time, for another exciting and explosive edition of the program CUIBR. The program came to you thanks to the general supervision of the Bishop of the Boya Diocese, who doubles as Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor of the University, His Lordship Michael Bibi, who has ensured that this program is irregular on your TV. And of course, we equally wish to appreciate the efforts of the President of CUIB, who has ensured that production is top-notch today, in the person of Reverend Father Bartholomew Anyanwu, for being very, very, very encouraging as far as this program is concerned. Thank you so much. We wish to thank and appreciate all the staff, faculty, and the VIP students of the Catholic University Institute of Boya for always being fidel despite our technical differences. As human beings, we are always together as a family. We do appreciate all of you and all the special listeners and viewers on this program. And we wish to equally announce that the priests of the Diocese of Boya will be taking on the staff and faculty of CUIB. Yes, that match is coming up on Tuesday at 3 p.m. at the Bishop Rogan football field. You don't want to miss that encounter. Be part and parcel of that encounter, and the results will be given to us in the subsequent edition of CUIB here on DMR TV. You want to watch some of the lecturers play against priests. Some of them are even students, some of them are even lecturers, some of them are into many things, principals and all that, in different institutions in the Diocese of Boya. It's going to be interesting, trust me. I want to thank the technical team for being very excellent as usual. Thank you very much for making the program worthwhile. We do appreciate. My name is Lingongo Oscar Musonge, your humble host. Remember, you are the best in your family and your generation. Stay tuned to programs on DMR TV, and of course, have a beautiful and successful weekend. Ciao.
Hello, my name is Cuib Hour Felicitas, and I recently graduated from my master's degree here in the United States. However, my journey started in the Catholic University Institute of Boya in 2019, where I graduated as a past valedictorian from the School of Agriculture and Natural Resources with a research focus in food science. My journey in CUIB is one of the most exciting moments of my life so far, because when I came into CUIB, I was just welcomed with so much love and warmness from both the professors and the staff and everyone that was concerned about their well-being. I'm also very fortunate to be one of the people that were selected to travel to the United States in my junior year, and in that for an entrepreneurship program. And in that program had people students from many other countries like Ghana, Nigeria, Mali, and Senegal. And when I got back from that entrepreneurship program, I was also very fortunate to be invited to Ghana for a business plan challenge. And all of these experiences, coupled with trade fairs, business plan challenges that we have in school, helped me to be better at public speaking. And that's why it's very evident in how all of the alumni are sparring in their different spheres of life. Some alumni have very prestigious scholarships, some are working in international organizations like the UN, and others are doing very well in the businesses that have created both home and abroad. So my advice to students that are looking for universities, CUIB is a place to be, because it does not only bother about your academic excellence, whether in business, in arts, or in sciences, but how you present these businesses, how you turn this knowledge into ideas in solving problems in our society in the rapidly changing world. Thank you.